afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abby and I warmly welcome you to the Caribbean and to my yardstead here in Trinidad and Tobago. Today was a full day. Got lots done. Did my secular job. Homeschooled the kids. The house a mess, so I still have cleaning to do. Still have dinner to do. But I still have a lot of harvesting that I want to do in the garden. The garden's going to get a substantial haircut today. And it's going to look bald in patches. It's going to have some bald spots for a little bit. Because as you know, we're limited in space. We're growing in containers. And when you harvest, it looks bland. And it's going to depress me later down in one way, but lift me up in another, where I will be preserving my stuff and using it in the weeks to come. So I'm just going to be taking you guys along with me. You're going to see the transformation of the garden. So this is how the garden is looking before, and I'm going to show you guys how it's going to look afterwards. So guys, hang tight with me. I don't want to squeeze up with you guys in the back, and so I'm going to harvest my lemongrass and we're going to pick that up together in the front here of the yardstead. Alright guys, so I have gotten my lemongrass that I would need for probably a 2-month period. I don't know how long it would last, but we have been getting a kick off of the lemongrass and ginger combined. We love that, and we also love the tarragon tea very, very, very much. We found that when we sweeten the teas using the blue agave or agave, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's an alternative sweetener, and we found that using that you get the purest of tea taste ever. So there is no additional flavors added to it. Like for instance, honey, it has extra flavor profile, so it brings that honey flavor profile to a tea. So sometimes you want it, but sometimes you just want the flavor of the herbs alone. So using the blue agave, we found does that a lot, and we're really getting a kick off the blue agave. We've been buying that up in bulk, guys, because we actually trying to, as I said before, we've been trying to stay off of sugar. Of course, doing the baked goods, in some recipes I see where I can substitute the blue agave with from the sugar, but not in all recipes is it possible, like the cinnamon rolls and stuff like that. Anyway, we've been getting a kick off of the lemongrass and ginger tea and the tarragon tea. We're going to be harvesting a little bit of tarragon there. I'm also thinking that harvesting is going to help me with my bug pressure, because as I defoliate, you kind of reduce some of the habitat that these pests are using to hide in. So I'm hoping that it helps me in that area, because after I harvest this afternoon, I'm going to be coming through with my peppermint and soapy water spray, and I am also going to be fertilizing using my homemade compost tea. Well, not the compost tea this evening. We're going to be using the banana peel tea this evening, and we're going to come through and give the plants a good drink of that, just to help them along. Alright, all ready for hanging. I have a love not hate but dislike relationship with harvesting, because you feel good one way and then the next morning you come where your garden looks all patchy and bald, like if it has alopecia. And I go through, I don't know if you go through this phase. You can let me know in the comment section. You just get this bout of depression, like, where my plants go? Let me know in the comment section if you go through that. So sometimes I I dread doing this, but then when I don't have the stuff put up, I feel even worse. So, oh, this smells so good, guys. My children absolutely loves this herb. When I put it in their pasta, and I put it on pizza, and I put it on anything, their sausages, they absolutely love dill. So what is prompting me to harvest the dill is, it probably won't portray in the camera. Yes, it's going to seed as well, but some of these leaves are starting to yellow, or start to get old, and I don't want to lose. Every little bit counts, guys. So I'm going to blend this with some olive oil, and trying to be gentle. Alright, so hopefully this prompts the dill to bush out some more with this bit of pruning. We'll have to wait and see, because I'm letting it go to seed. I want the seeds, so we are going to have to wait. Look at that. Isn't that a lovely bundle of dill? Definitely. This is what I was seeing. You see this light, it's starting to get old, so I just want to harvest my herbs at its optimum, so that when I'm using it, we're getting its optimum. So this is the next bundle right here. This is going to get blended tonight in some olive oil, and we're going to set this in some Ziploc bags, because we tend to use that a lot. So I'm not going to use the vacuum sealer for this bundle, but I'm hoping that if we can get more, we will vacuum seal the extras. Alright, let's move on, guys. More harvesting to do. Oh man, these leaf miners, they just will not leave the kale alone. They're not troubling the amaranth. So I have a red amaranth in the back there. I just don't feel like moving the tripod. I'm pretty sure if I move the tripod, it will collapse. Let's go on to the next harvesting spot, guys. So this is it here. This is our tarragon. If I tell you guys, you can see it started to send out new shoots down here, down at the base of the plant. Rainy season is just kind of getting started, so I am going to heavily prune back this plant, and allow it to spring back up as the rains continue to come back. The rainy season, the hurricane season is coming back. So we're going to heavily prune this plant, and put it up to dry. So this is my next set of tarragon. We absolutely love this herb. So again, I'm going to bundle this up using one of the stems, and we're going to put it to dry on the inside of the house, because we have been having terrible Sahara dust coming through, and we don't want a bunch of dust on our tea. So I'm going to hang this on the inside in the window or somewhere and let it dry for a couple of weeks. This next spot that I'm going to be pruning is going to make a substantial dent in how the garden looks, the foliage. I am going to be harvesting basil. Now, I've never dried basil for tea, so this is a new tea, a new herb we're adding to our experiment. I am thinking that basil along with ginger would taste good in the tea, but we'll see. We'll experiment with it. And so I'm going to be taking out this big bush here. It has some branches down below. I'm pretty confident it's gonna bush back up. basil is one of those plants that you know, quite forgiving like that. If it doesn't bush back up, I have a lot of volunteers in the garden right now. When I say a lot, guys, a lot. So we're gonna take out this basil and we're gonna put this one to dry as well. Oh, you see that bald patch? It's so bald. Anyway, they're all gonna grow back. We're gonna let this dry. This looks like a lot right now, but when it dries down, it's gonna look like nothing. Absolutely nothing. Smells good. Smells so good. I actually as I mentioned before, guys, we've been trying to teach the kids how to, you know, be able to be with the Ovaltine and the cocoa teas from the shelves in the grocery store and the herbal teas. And we've been successful to a point. You know, I would say like 85%. Sometimes the kids, they still have a hankering for it, and that's quite normal. Why I'm harvesting these herbs, I experimented looking for a tea that would get them to simmer down at night. You know, some kids, when it's bedtime, they get like extra energy, like extra. Those are my kids. They get extra. They don't want to go to bed. So I'm hoping that I can find a tea, you know, a variety, because tarragon works well for that. It relaxes them, I find. But I would like to be able to find another taste, you know, so that they don't get bored with the tarragon. So we're going to try out the basil, see if it has that effect, because the aroma of it is quite soothing. So I'm hoping that drying it and brewing it for them, that it is a win-win. We never know, we gotta wait. See how that goes. Alright, so this is the next herb for the basket. It looks different already. It looks so different already. I'm not going to be harvesting any parsley right now, even though it needs to be harvested. I just don't feel like harvesting that. We're going to go over and harvest the Daikon radish, and we're going to harvest our garlic chives. We like that on our eggs because it's not overpowering and it's pretty to look at. I found that harvesting the garlic chives is what's helping it to stay in good condition. It's a bit wilted right now. Everybody needs water, and this is the time that I usually water the garden, because the water doesn't evaporate right away. I wish I had watered this when it was not this limp, but can you see that, guys? That is evidence of those bugs that like to suck the chlorophyll from the plant. So that's why I find that harvesting it like this is it's gonna help me with pest control, defoliating, pruning, if you will. And when I come through to tackle these pests, they don't have anywhere to hide. No, not the same amount of nooks and crannies to wedge themselves into and continue to be the bane of my existence. So this is my garlic chives. This is the second time I'm harvesting this, just like this, and this is going to bush back out in probably 3 weeks. It's going to be back up like brand new, because I'm going to be fertilizing it tonight, and it's going to keep growing. So I'm going to set you guys up so you can harvest this Daikon radish with me. My plans are to take this foliage. I could eat it. I don't want to, but I could eat it. But I'm going to give the chickens it. They love when I give them snacks in the evening. And I found that when I do give them their green snacks in the evening, the eggs the next day tend to be more rich. And the customers have been loving the nice richness of the egg. It does give a completely different flavor profile. So let's harvest this thing, guys. I can't even remember how long ago I planted this daikon. I think it's the same time we planted the onions, and I really can't remember. Oh dear, I uprooted something. Let's see if we could plant that back and see what happens. I can't remember when I planted out these onions. The onions are doing fairly okay. We've been having a couple rotten insects coming through and eating the roots and working their way up. We've been having that. But for the most part, the onions are here and they're growing. Is it my best? No, it's not the best. The ants showed up. Some other things showed up. You can see that it's chewing up the onion foliage. It's like a leaf miner kind of effect on the onions. But anyway, it's not the worst in the world. So let me rest this foliage over here. And do you see this radish? It is a funny shaped radish, but it's a radish, and we are going to use some of that dill. Oh, look at earthworm. He's hanging out. He's hanging out on the radish here. Okay, go back home. Thank you for hanging out and taking care of the daikon. So we're going to do some pickling with this, guys. We did love it when we added to our stir fry, so I might use some of it for stir fry, but I really want to try out dill pickle radish and see how that tastes, see if we would like that. You know, like when you do a sandwich, a hamburger sandwich, and you just want a bite, a different type of bite. So I'm going to slice it. I like how it's tunneled like this, so I would do thin slices on a slicer, and we will pickle it and see how we like it in our sandwiches. Look at my wonky looking radish. This onion is broken, so we're just gonna rest this on the step, and I don't want to put it in the basket because I don't want to put a set of dirt on the herbs. So we're gonna go back over here, and we're gonna harvest out the rest of that amaranth, the green one, because something's starting to take over. I think it's a leaf miner, but I'm not too sure. It has some seeds on it, so we're gonna take it out and we're gonna sprinkle back some seeds right away so we can get a new batch. Yeah, so the foliage is starting to have this weird, I'm not too certain, it could be the thrips as well, or this, but I'm not too certain. Yeah, it looks like leaf hoppers. So we're just going to take out all of this amaranth, and in the shoulders of the amaranth is seed deposits, and so we're going to take it and we're just going to sprinkle it back inside there and let more amaranth, a new batch, come up. But we're going to take out all of this so we could reduce the habitat of whatever is starting to come after this amaranth. So we're going to start that right away. By the way, this thing is looking so good. So good. I have been really happy with how it's turning out. We have a brand new leaf, and it's sending out another one, and the flowers are catching down below, and the butternut squash is doing its thing. I'm going to remove these male flowers right away because I don't want it to take energy to make any flowers at this moment. We want girl blooms, and there are no girl blooms, so I don't need these male flowers right now. So I'm just pruning off the male flowers so that it could focus on bushing up as a plant. So I'm just taking off all these male flowers, and I want it to focus on more foliage rather than flowers. So take this and use it as mulch. Lovely, lovely. So I know there's a messy corner there. Everybody has a messy corner. So we're going to take out We're going to take out this amaranth. I'm going to leave the roots in. I'm just going to snip it down really low to the ground. And I'm going to let the roots stay and decompose. Yeah, something is starting to come up in here because even the edges, the leaves are starting to look funny. So I'm going to come through this evening and we're going to spray with our peppermint oil. So I am going to take these seeds from the shoulders and sprinkle back here, see what comes of that. And my plan with this is to use it for breakfast in the morning. We're going to make some sahina. I've never made sahina before, but my best friend, she loves sahina. She loves sahina, and just when I think about it, it makes me feel so sad, you know. Listen guys, never take for granted the time you have with the people you love. You never know when your last day is your last day. Alright, so this is the amaranth. So I'm going to take all these seeds and I'm going to sprinkle them here nilly-willy so that we can continue to get the bhaji and continue to get food in the garden. You have another ball patch for now. So we're going to sprinkle more. Grow, baby, grow. Alright, let's see how quiet it will be. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you how this new patch is going. We had a little bit of rain. It's amazing how fast plants grow when it gets sky juice, the rain. It's really amazing because I've been watering these plants and listen, just a little bit of rain. We had rain, I think it was 2 days ago, and these plants have doubled in size. When I say doubled, guys, look at that. Wasn't it last week I showed you this plant? Look how big, and I was complaining about this dog and he trampled. Anyway, let me not talk about dog. Look how they've doubled in size. This patch is doing very, very well. So I'm going to be giving these guys a drink. I don't think I would give these to banana peel water. This plant is looking like a pole, like it's like a vining bean. I didn't grow any vining beans. We'll see. Anyway, at least it's corn in here. We'll have something to grow on. So I'm going to feed all of these guys. I'm going to feed them all. And they're catching back. They're standing up nice and strong. The pepper still looks great. The mustard green here is doing good. I have turmeric in here. Oh, it's making an appearance. You see that? Do you see that? The turmeric is starting to make its appearance. So pretty soon this whole area is going to look great, and it's going to be a demonstration for those who don't have much how they could use local dirt and still have fantastic results. So guys, getting winded. I still have dinner to do, and the plan is to do the okra rice this evening because I got a whole lot of okras, and yeah, I want to use it up. I want to get in the habit of using what's in the garden in our meals. When you are used to convenience, you have to train yourself to use what's coming out of the garden immediately and as well as putting up. So I'm trying to train myself not to take it easy. So I want to show you guys, I have a little seedling haul, and I want to show you guys these new seedlings. And I think I'm going to take a moment and pop them in because all these ball patches we just created in the garden, I think it's only fair that I kind of fill back in those spaces. And I am going to fertilize the garden this evening, so it should be fine. It should be fine. So I have gotten some new seedlings in the garden. So these are a couple herbs, as well as this mustard green. It's a purple one, and I find it looks so cute. It looks so good, and for the price of one, I got three. So I grabbed hold of this container. Instead of getting one mustard green, I got these three for $6. So basically, I paid two TT dollars for these seedlings. That's a win-win for me. I also grabbed up this one. This is a chamomile. I don't know how it's gonna do here, but I am going to have to look for somewhere that's kind of cool, sunny but yet cool. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but we're gonna try and see if we get any chamomile flowers. I think it's worth a shot. This is some more dill. I just wanted something quickly to put by the pepper trees over here by the sap garden. So I wanted to create, that permaculture, as I said before. This is a lantana, and I love red, and I'm kicking myself because look, guys, don't mind this plant is built. It's the same color, so I'm kicking myself because I'm saying I should have picked a different shade, a different flower. I could have taken the pink and yellow just for variety of color, but I already have this one, so we're gonna put this in. It's quite baked in here and quite wilted, so we're gonna get them into their forever homes. This one is exciting. This is the apple mint, and we're excited to see how this one does. So I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put this guy, and of course you guys know this one, the what is this again? Pine thyme. All my pine thyme has disappeared. A cat came by and scratched out all of my baby thyme, laid in the pot. I'm gonna have to find a way to deter that cat from coming back in my pot, because this is a staple for deliciousness in your kitchen. So this is a must-have for every Caribbean every Caribbean cook. Alright, so this is my little stash here. Dill, chamomile, apple mint, mustard green, the red one, and pine thyme along with the lantana. I bought this basically to attract more bees, because bees tend to go after herbs. This is a type of sage, actually. We call this a black sage here in the Caribbean, and people tend to use this for medicinal purposes as well. Alright, so yeah, let me get my shovel, my one-sided glove, because I don't know where the other one is, and we're going to plant some of these plants out together. Alright, so we're going to plant this dill here, and it's two plants, but I don't want to risk damaging the roots, so we're going to keep them together. They've been together, and I don't want them to miss each other. Oh my gosh, I'm talking nonsense. Oh, this has been in there pretty long, guys. So we're going to tease the bottom. When you find that you have that happening, it's good to tease the bottom to get those roots broken up, to encourage it to stop going in circles but to branch out. So it's good to tease it a little at the bottom so that it encourages the roots to, branch out from going in a circle like that. Like that. Alright, so we're going to put this in a corner. I'm going to put it in the corner over here. Why don't I have on my gloves? Lord of Father. I'm so excited to get it in the ground. I don't have on my glove. Alright. So like I said, guys, this is clay, and it's gonna do well. Grow, baby tree. Grow, grow, baby tree. Welcome home. So I'm just taking out one of these dry foliage from in here, cleaning up the plant a little, and hopefully this also continue to deter the pests from coming by these pepper trees. This pepper is slow growing. I don't think it will grow very big, but that's okay. We're gonna leave these plants be. Peppers, they last for years and years. Once you can get it to go without pests, you can keep a pepper tree in the Caribbean for a long time. We're also going to plant the lantana on this side and next with the zinnia, and this shouldn't be a problem because it seems as though they set this in local dirt. This is set in local dirt. It's quite dense, so we're just going to break this up a little, and we're going to go over here by the zinnia and we're going to put it here. I'm not too sure what color zinnia this is, but I think the different shapes of blooms together here will be really nice. You know, as my husband comes home, he can see it. And this is a bloom that stays open, the lantana, as well as the zinnia. So I think it will be a nice entrance. You know, when he comes home, he will see that in the corner, not just a bunch of greenery. So taking off all these weeds from the top here as much as possible, and taking out all the junk, and we're going to put this over here. Let's go put it in with the zinnia. Let's just give it a quick inspection. There is some kind of an egg on this bloom here, so we're gonna knock that off and crush it with a stone. Because I'm not too sure what's going on in that little thing, right? And just keep making sure that we're not introducing anything into the garden. I'm seeing aphids. The ants have been relentless with the aphids, and the ants have moved some of the mealybug from by the sugar cane onto some of my flower plants up in the front here. Ants. As well, guys, my research, remember I said I didn't know what this was. This is a lack of nutrients, so it just needed a bit more nitrogen. So I need to give it more nitrogen, the corns, because it's a bit light green. We want the corns to be let's get this, let's see if we can get it in a good corner. I want it to be in a corner where, great. Let's put this lantana here. This gets quite bushy. Great. Lovely, lovely. I think I found another spot. I found the perfect spot for the fine thyme, and that's in this bean container. So the beans, they have gone, they've dried out. Oh no. I'm gonna leave this and see if it continues. But these beans have dried up, and we have some beans in there, so I'm gonna put these guys one side. We still have one bean plant that has quite a bit of pods on it. Carefully move off these. Yeah, so we have some pods here as well. Even if I could get, like, 10 to 15 seeds, and they're viable. Yeah, so there's some seeds in those as well, so we're gonna shell out those and keep them for the next time that we want to grow. Actually, a couple beans here as well. Just two on this plant. No, yeah, two, because this one's feeling soft. Alright, so we're gonna shell out, see what we get, and we're gonna transplant. But we still have a little bit coming by here. Let's take off this one. This one's completely dry. We're gonna leave this and it's flowering again. And we're gonna put our fine thyme in this one. This one isn't too bad. Get these two in here. And when you're planting the fine thyme, you want the foliage to be touching raw soil because it roots as it grows. It spreads like that. Lovely. And I'm going to plant the other one on the far corner. Filling back up the spaces. Nice. So we have the chamomile. I think I'm going to put the chamomile in here. There's a volunteer amaranth. I'm going to leave that. This is where we harvested the cabbage. This is the cabbage root. And we're going to put that chamomile in this one. And we're going to try and figure out where we can leave the chamomile. I'm not sure if anything eats chamomile foliage because we have a lot of unicorn snails. And they're being a problem. They're being a problem, guys. Oh, nice roots. Grow, baby. Grow. Now this is a cool loving plant. This grows in the cool of the spring. But it was in the plant store. It was $6, and you know, a gardener gets excited with variety. I've tried growing chamomile before and never got a bloom. But I just want to try it, guys. I just want to do it. Alright, so grow, baby tree. Let's see if we get anything from this chamomile plant. Chamomile is known to also relax you in the evening when you have a chamomile tea. It's known to put you to bed rather easily. Grow, baby. My garden's a mess, guys. I got a bunch of foliage all over the place here, and I will do that tomorrow. I can't do that now. Another day. Mint is said to be invasive. It's said to be invincible. I've sprinkled red amaranth in here and not one of them came up. Not one of them came up, guys. This plant here, let me bring you a little closer, guys. This plant here is Cosmo. And this is, I'm not too sure. If I look at the stem of it, it either the burgundy or the pink Cosmo from the stem of it is one of them. And I am looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. But I do know that the thrips also cause this to curl like the marigold. So I'm going to have to watch this with intensity. So I've sprinkled, getting back on topic, I've sprinkled the red amaranth and not one of them, guys, germinated. I sprinkled the same amaranth seeds in other places and they have sprung up with such ferociousness. So I am pretty sure, as I said before, this sack has issues. So I am going to put the mint in here because mint isn't fussy. And I think it would survive in here. And we're going to let this mint be like a volunteer in here, I'm gonna separate. I'm gonna take piece because it has this long piece here, so I'm gonna take piece and I'm gonna bury piece here, and I'm gonna bury another piece another place. That way it has two chances to live. Grow baby apple mint, grow. I think I found the next spot for the next half of this mint. Is by this rambutan, this struggling rambutan. I don't know what's up with this plant, man, but I'm just leaving it. Hopefully it catches its breath and comes around. Do you see that hibiscus over there? Oh, anyway guys, so I'm gonna put this guy in here, and I'm gonna allow this to be like a ground cover in here. If the rambutan doesn't survive, you could always just, you know, push past the mint and put a plant on the inside of it, you know, just push past it and plant somewhere. So I'm gonna plant it in the corner just so that I have some time. Alright guys, so that's it there. That's the apple mint we just have now. We have left just the mustard greens, and I don't know where to put these mustard greens, guys. I don't know where to put them. I have, ooh, I think I found a container. We found it. Should we put it in here? I wanted to get some more pepper plants. Should we put these mustard greens in here? Should we? I don't know where to put these mustard greens, guys. Decisions. Yeah, I think it might look good here. I think I'll put them in here. Oh, look at that. Well, what do you see? You got some dill seeds. Grow. You have my blessings. Procreate. Grow. More dill trees. I can't have enough of this thing, man. Grow, baby, grow. Okay, so since I did that, I don't think I can put it there anymore. I need a spot. We could put one here. We could put one here. It's a leafy green. It'll be a nice cover. So we're gonna put one here. I don't know where I'm putting the others. We'll figure it out. Alright, so let's see how these do here. Put back my ground cover. I think this will look really good against the blue. Yes, it would. So let's put this in the corner over here. I think that will look really good against the blue container over here. Right. You know, at this time when people are coming out their houses in the States, they're saying their cameras are fogging up. Ours fog up too. Just as not humidity, it's dust. It's the Sahara dust, especially down in the south. We're suffering a lot with it. And so the dust collects. Can you imagine that? Dust from all the way in Africa. The Sahara is reaching in the Caribbean, terrorizing us. So that's sometimes the camera will be clear and then it gets foggy. That's because there's so much dust collecting on the lenses. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I really enjoyed having you guys with me. We got to harvest the garden. The garden has bald patches, but that's okay. We put back in some plants. I'm gonna water now and feed the plants. Some plants I'm gonna give the banana peel tea to, and the others I'm gonna give the compost tea to. So I'm gonna be selective on who gets what. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a big herbal, thumbs up. Harvest your greens, thumbs up. Save your seeds, thumbs up. And don't feel don't don't forget to harvest, guys. Yes, you're gonna have, my glass is trying to leave my face. You're gonna have bald patches in the garden, but we gotta learn to work along with it. It's good for us to be able to work along with the changes that comes along in life. It happens in the garden as well, and we just have to roll along with it. Harvest, put up, plant, repeat. If you enjoyed the video, guys, don't forget, give me that thumbs up and share the video, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that every time I post something, you would know that I put something out there for you to enjoy. And subscribe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit it right there, boop, and join me here as I show you the charm, my charm, the Caribbean charm, and gardening, as well as when I do travel around, I'll take you guys along with me. I do love the Caribbean. I've been all over, but I do love home. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care for now. Bye. What do you say? Over and out.